know who needs to hear this, but the best way to start your day is because technically you're getting a head start.
Oh, I have a question. What would you rate me on a scale of 1 to 10?
You can be dateable to somebody.
Dateable to somebody is crazy.
What does that mean?
In sickness
And in health.
and in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
What? Talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
It's too early for this, y'all. But somebody asked me my thoughts on passport bros, and my position is this. There's a notion that Western men are extremely unhappy with Western women at this time, and that's okay. There's also the notion that these same Western men are going over or wanting to go over to other countries to find love, and that's okay. The only thing that I will point out is, are we considering that these same women in other countries also are raised a certain way? They have certain expectations of their own men, and are we prepared to fulfill that? When we take our Western selves over to other countries to find love or whatever we're doing, are we considering that we can be adequate or sufficient or whatever for this other person? Or do we even care? That would be my only thing that I would bring up. But you know what? You find love where you find it. And do you, boo-boo?
I think this is the only woman that said something positive about the movement of the passport bros so far.
By 2030, 50% of American women are going to be single, and we are letting men run away to Asia. I told you guys, it should wake us all up. This is shocking. These are the consequences of feminism.
I tried to cook some fries, and they were frozen, and I put them in the grease, and the little ice was on them, so it started.
You can't cook.
I was gonna burn the house down.
I'm starting to feel like the man is really the prize. I don't know why.
Ew, girl, no.
I'm starting to feel like men are really the prize because literally as a woman, we have to wait on the man for everything. We have to wait on the man. We have to wait on the man. We can date whoever we want, but we can't marry who we want.
One of them says,
stepping into the marriage, you have to wait for the man to ask you to marry him. You have to wait for the man to ask you to be his girlfriend. You have to wait for the man to ask you out on a date. All these kind of things we're waiting on a man to do.
Literally. How about you have multiple? So you're not waiting on nobody.
I never did, because most women, they're dating a lot of guys. Yeah, but they have that one guy that they want who don't want them. They're dating all these other guys on the side because they're trying to distract themselves. But realistically speaking, they want that one guy who was taking forever to claim them.
So the power to control the direction of a relationship, be it whether you're gonna be boyfriend or girlfriend, is gonna be serious, or you're gonna get engaged, or you're gonna get married. It all depends on the man.
How do you feel about black men in 2023?
I don't know. I feel like they not nothing.
Really? Why do you feel it that way?
They always doing something sneaky.
Like what?
Sneaky. They'll tell you one thing and then they turn around doing another thing. They say they at home whole time. They not even at home. Like, why you lying?
Yeah, really? Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
They say they're in the country, yet they're getting their passport. Oh, somebody in the comments was saying that if they were in that position, they would have left in that moment. If you saw what she did, and all that. The streets are calling.
Of a group of white girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged. And the question came up, well, why is there not the reality for black women? I know y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but you know me, I'm gonna say it anyways. First and foremost, black women are above reproach. If it don't validate us or excuse our bad behavior, we don't want to hear it. Instead, we'll say, well, men do it too. Secondly, we'll find every excuse in the world to validate why we don't want to be married or why we don't want to be in a relationship. Well, they get cheated on. Well, they do this. Well, they do that. But then we have all these standards for men, and we're still actively seeking for men in the midst of our hurt while inadvertently telling them to go to therapy. We do not practice what we preach. Thirdly, the independent woman is a myth. Actually cared about being independent and it was something that made you happy, you would not have all these standards to negate your independence. Nobody wants to relinquish power. Find every excuse in the world to not be submissive and wonder why white women can get away with their bad behavior. We take everything bad from white women, except for the fact using marriage to our own benefit. But you'll run to the child support office though. Argue equality against men, and the only time we actually want to be equal to men is when it comes to degenerate behavior, hypersexuality, abusing or abandoning children. Even when it comes to the gold digger conversation, what you don't see those other women do, even when they are just screwing men for money, is bashing men, inadvertently making men feel like they're not important. Also, too, telling them that they don't need men. Psychologically, we have been taught to disassociate ourselves. And even in that Malcolm X quote where he says the black woman is the most disrespected, he also says to be near your man. Because who taught you to hate the very race that you're supposed to be with?
Oh, yeah. So, fellas, what are you saying about this? You've heard what she said, and I can agree to some extent, you know? Like, when it comes to responsibilities, there are never conversations about us being equals. Equality. Where's the equality when it comes to responsibilities?
Chris, hi. Wow, you have the exact amount of hair that you have in your profile photo. You have no idea how refreshing that is. Sorry, yeah, before we order drinks, can I just lay a few things out on the table so we're both not wasting our precious times when we could be answering unread emails? So, I'm looking for a husband and someone to have kids with. Ooh, yikes, I know. I'm not saying right now, you don't have to impregnate me on top of these menus. That's just what I'm looking for right now. So if commitment is like the boogeyman to you, I totally get it, but you know, boo. Also, I have never come to completion solely by having an eggplant inside of my flower garden. It's important that you know that. In my multiple years of being sexually active, it's never happened, not once. So I appreciate you not making your entire personality about being the person who changes that. If it's gonna affect your manhood, I'm probably just not the girl for you, and I'm definitely not gonna spend the next 10 years pretending like I am, if you know what I mean. I'm a feminist, shocker, and I'm not necessarily saying you have to be. Labels can be weird. I just would prefer you not think that any man who willingly went to go see Barbie was gay by default. Also, that being said, my best friend's on standby and she will come save me immediately should you say anything even remotely resembling an Andrew Tate quote. That one's just for my safety. Now, last but not least, I'm looking for someone who wants me as a partner, not a cheerleader. Blonde hair can sometimes throw people off. So if you want a little more rah-rah, sis, boom, bah, Chris, I love that for you. You're a very attractive man. That's why you're here. I'm sure you can find a variety of options available to you at the local mall. Now, that being said, Chris, do you feel like we're on the same page? Can we order a drink and try not to talk about our ex for the next hour, or are we reading different
What's the next thing you're saying out of your mouth, fellas, or your next action after hearing all that? Are you even going to? Let me know in the comment section, guys.
What part of the marital vow was that?
None.
Oh, okay, then why'd you do it?
Because I'm going to be honest, after watching, what is that show, Alchemy? Because me and him been together for 7 years, and he always wanted to be a pastor.
After watch what show?
It was Tyler Perry, Alchemy or something, where she became bitter because she stayed with him the whole time, and then finally when he got
31 years old,
on.
ma'am. You broke your marriage up because of a Tyler Perry show?
No, it's not because it just resonated with me because
Ma'am, have you sought therapy?
No, Kevin.
You're laughing, but I'm not. I'm dead serious. I got other things to do.
Why don't guys approach girls anymore?
Because all men. Because every day we wake up and we are constantly reminded that we're the perpetrators, we are the bad guy.